Hey, movie nerds! Today, we're stepping into Sonic the Hedgehog, a 2020 action-adventure that explores the enduring power of friendship and the thrilling race against time. A story that asks us to look deeper, to question, and to feel beyond the surface. I'm glad you're here, because together we'll unravel the hidden layers, the subtle details, and the little moments that whisper the heart of the film. If you haven't yet, go ahead and subscribe. Let's keep exploring these stories that shape how we see the world. Now, settle in, open your mind, and let's dive into the depths of this cinematic journey. From the moment the screen flickers alive, we are thrust into a world where speed itself takes on a life of its own. A blue streak flashes across deserts, cities, and forests, too fast for the eye to follow, too vibrant to ignore. This is not just a chase, it's a journey fueled by a restless spirit who longs to belong, to be understood. The film welcomes us with a rush of adrenaline, but beneath the fast-paced thrills lies a warm-hearted tale about connection in a world that can often feel cold and overwhelming. It's a story that marries the magic of childhood nostalgia with a modern cinematic heartbeat, inviting viewers of all ages to join in the ride. The story opens in a quiet mountain town, a place where the rhythm of life moves slowly, until an electrifying visitor arrives, an otherworldly creature with cobalt fur, glowing emerald eyes, and legs that blur into motion. He's an outsider, a cosmic fugitive hiding from dangers that seek to harness his untamed power. The town's sleepy streets suddenly become the stage for a collision of worlds, where science fiction and heartfelt comedy intermingle with explosive action. Our fast-moving hero longs for one thing above all: friendship. But when chaos follows his every step, that desire becomes as urgent as the pounding beats of his feet. Enter a humble yet determined local sheriff, a man grounded in small-town values but open-hearted enough to embrace the impossible. Their meeting is anything but ordinary: an accidental crash, a wild chase through suburban streets, and a budding alliance forged in the fire of mutual trust. This partnership grounds the story's fantastical elements, providing a human lens through which the audience can connect. The sheriff's quiet wisdom and gentle humor offset the whirlwind energy of his new friend, creating a dynamic that carries both laughs and genuine emotion. At the center of the conflict is a brilliant yet eccentric scientist, whose obsession with capturing the blue speedster drives the narrative's tension. His laboratory hums with strange gadgets and shimmering energy fields, a labyrinth of invention where ambition teeters on the edge of madness. This character embodies the classic antagonist archetype, a figure both formidable and flawed, whose relentless pursuit forces the heroes into a high-stakes game of cat and mouse. His technology is a double-edged sword, promising control but threatening destruction, and his presence raises questions about the ethics of power and the cost of obsession. As the chase unfolds, the film balances jaw-dropping set pieces with moments of quiet heart. Explosions light up cityscapes as our hero zips through traffic, his speed turning mundane environments into kaleidoscopes of color and sound. Yet in the pauses between, the story lingers on scenes of simple friendship, shared meals, laughter, and the small acts that weave connection. These moments reveal the film's beating heart, a meditation on loneliness and belonging, on finding family in unexpected places. It's a narrative that resonates deeply in an age where connection often feels fleeting and fragile. The plot thickens as the scientist's schemes escalate, deploying advanced machines and traps designed to ensnare the elusive speedster. The stakes surge higher, transforming from a personal struggle into a battle that could reshape the world's very fabric. Amid this turmoil, secrets surface, hints of the hero's past, glimpses of a world beyond our own, and the revelation that his extraordinary abilities come with a price. These twists add layers of intrigue, inviting viewers to question what it truly means to be a hero. Supporting characters enrich the tale, from the sheriff's compassionate partner who anchors the human side of the story, to a vibrant cast of townsfolk whose lives are upended by the cosmic visitor's arrival. Each character adds texture, humor, and depth, turning what could be a straightforward chase into a tapestry of relationships and emotions. The interactions pulse with warmth, reminding us that even amidst chaos, the ties that bind can create meaning and hope. Visually, the film dazzles with kinetic energy. The use of vibrant colors and dynamic camera work captures the exhilarating speed that defines the hero's existence. The camera becomes a blur, chasing after lightning-fast feet and spinning wheels, immersing the viewer in a sensory rush that echoes the protagonist's own frantic pace. This kinetic style is balanced by carefully framed quieter scenes, where stillness and reflection allow the narrative's emotional beats to land with impact. Sound design plays a pivotal role in shaping atmosphere. The pounding rhythm of the hero's steps is echoed in a vibrant score that blends electronic pulses with orchestral flourishes, embodying the fusion of technology and heart that defines the film. The sonic palette is rich and layered, turning every zip, clash, and heartbeat into a musical note that elevates the storytelling. At its core, this is a film about running, not just from danger but toward something better. It asks us to consider what we're racing toward in our own lives: acceptance, understanding, love. The hero's journey is one of self-discovery, learning that speed alone cannot fill the emptiness of isolation. It is only through connection, trust, and courage that true strength emerges. This message pulses beneath the action like a secret current, inviting viewers to feel as much as see. As the climax approaches, the stakes soar. The battle between pursuer and pursued escalates to dizzying heights, unfolding across urban landscapes and remote hideouts, with each confrontation pushing the limits of speed and technology. Yet even amid this spectacle, the story never loses sight of its emotional core. Moments of vulnerability peek through the chaos, an unexpected act of kindness, a heartfelt confession, a glimpse of the hero's longing. These scenes remind us that beneath the fur and speed lies a soul-seeking connection. The resolution brings surprising twists that upend expectations, turning allies into adversaries and revealing hidden strengths. The hero's true power is not just his speed but his capacity to inspire and unite, a force that transcends physical limits. This revelation reframes the narrative, emphasizing that the greatest victories come from within, from the bonds forged in adversity. In the end, the story leaves us breathless but fulfilled, a whirlwind adventure anchored by heart. It invites audiences to laugh, to cheer, to wonder, and to remember that even in the fastest moments, the slowest beats of friendship and courage matter most. This cinematic ride is a celebration of speed and spirit, of finding your place in a vast, unpredictable world. And as the credits roll, we're left with a simple truth: sometimes the greatest journey is the one toward belonging. The story begins not with a whisper but a crackling burst of electricity, the screen flickering to life with the image of a distant planet glowing softly beneath the stars. On this vibrant world, a tiny blue creature races across lush landscapes with impossible speed, a streak of cobalt against green and gold. He is a being of pure energy and restlessness, a fugitive with power that could reshape worlds. Yet, his flight is not aimless. He carries a secret burden, a longing for safety and connection that transcends the cosmic scale of his abilities. This opening sets the tone, a tale propelled by speed but grounded in the universal desire to belong. Suddenly, the scene shifts violently as an ominous presence tears through the quiet cosmos, a sleek spacecraft piloted by a man whose gaze burns with obsession. His mission is singular: to capture the blue blur and harness his extraordinary power. This pursuit introduces a palpable tension, a game of cat and mouse played across dimensions and worlds. The stakes are cosmic, yet the narrative quickly narrows to a more intimate scale, bringing the chase crashing down to Earth. Earth, a planet of sprawling cities and quiet towns, is where our story finds its true footing. Here, the blue speedster crashes into the night sky, landing with a tremor that shakes a small mountain town nestled among pine-covered hills. The town's tranquil rhythm is shattered by the arrival of this otherworldly visitor, who must hide his incredible abilities while seeking a way to escape the relentless hunter in pursuit. His first steps on Earth are tentative, filled with a mixture of curiosity and fear, as he explores this strange new world. The town's sheriff, a good-hearted man with a strong sense of duty and a dash of humor, is the first human to encounter the visitor. Their meeting is accidental, a chaotic collision on a lonely highway where speed meets steadfastness. The sheriff, initially skeptical, soon realizes that this blue creature is no ordinary animal but a being desperate for help and companionship. Their bond forms quickly, a tentative friendship forged in the crucible of shared vulnerability. This partnership anchors the story, providing emotional depth beneath the kinetic energy. As the blue speedster adjusts to life on Earth, we witness moments of playful discovery and growing trust. Scenes of mischief, zipping through town unnoticed, turning everyday objects into toys of speed, contrast with quiet, tender moments where the visitor reveals a deeper loneliness. The sheriff's home becomes a sanctuary, a place where the alien finds not just shelter but a flicker of belonging. These scenes create a warm, human counterpoint to the broader conflict, inviting viewers to invest emotionally. Meanwhile, the antagonist, the brilliant scientist obsessed with capturing the speedster, plots relentlessly. His laboratory is a maze of flashing monitors, humming machines, and experimental weaponry designed to trap the impossible. Driven by ambition and a desire to prove his genius, he dispatches drones and deploys traps, escalating the danger. His presence injects a steady undercurrent of menace, raising the stakes beyond mere chase to a confrontation that threatens both the visitor's freedom and Earth's safety. Early confrontations between the hunter and the hunted crackle with tension and spectacle. High-speed chases slice through urban streets, with the blue blur dodging cars and vaulting obstacles in breathtaking sequences. The camera dances with the action, capturing the exhilaration and danger of movement at the speed of sound. Each near capture ratchets up suspense, weaving a narrative of survival and ingenuity. Parallel to these high-octane sequences, we glimpse backstory hints, enigmatic glimpses of the visitor's origin, the loss that drives him, and the mysterious force that binds him to his power. These fragments tease a larger mythology, hinting at a world beyond our own, and planting seeds for revelations yet to come. They add depth, suggesting that the chase is about more than freedom, it is about identity and destiny. The relationship between the sheriff and the blue visitor deepens amid this turmoil. They share moments of humor and frustration, trust and misunderstanding. The sheriff becomes a mentor and protector, while the visitor brings a spark of wonder and chaos into the sheriff's structured world. Their growing friendship is the film's emotional heart, grounding the frenetic pace in genuine connection. Scenes where they teach and learn from each other reveal themes of acceptance and courage. Tensions escalate as the scientist's efforts become more desperate. He unleashes larger, more dangerous machines, hulking drones designed to mimic and counter the visitor's speed. These mechanical hunters add new layers of threat, forcing our hero to push beyond his limits. Battles erupt across cityscapes, transforming familiar streets into arenas of dazzling action and peril. Explosions and sparks fill the air, yet amid the chaos, moments of strategy and teamwork emerge, showing that speed alone is not enough. The narrative also weaves in the sheriff's personal life, his relationships and struggles that humanize the story. His partner offers support and wisdom, while the townspeople's reactions range from awe to suspicion. This community backdrop adds texture and stakes, illustrating how extraordinary events ripple through ordinary lives. It grounds the cosmic drama in relatable human experience, enriching the story's emotional resonance. Amid the rising conflict, a moment of crisis tests the friendship at the story's core. Misunderstandings and fears cause a fracture, threatening to undo the fragile trust built between man and speedster. This tension adds complexity, reminding us that connection is not given but earned and maintained through vulnerability and forgiveness. The visitor's isolation becomes more palpable, deepening empathy and anticipation for reconciliation. The first half culminates in a high-stakes confrontation, a desperate bid by the antagonist to capture the visitor using all his technological might. This sequence blends spectacular visuals with emotional urgency, pitting human ingenuity and alien speed against cold calculation and machinery. The chase weaves through urban canyons and open highways, culminating in a breathtaking moment where speed, heart, and friendship collide. This climax not only propels the plot forward but crystallizes the film's central themes: the power of connection and the courage to stand against overwhelming odds. Unfolding within these events are layers of humor, warmth, and unexpected tenderness. The visitor's mischievous antics bring levity, while moments of shared vulnerability deepen the narrative's emotional stakes. The film balances spectacle with intimacy, ensuring that amid explosions and speed, the characters' journeys remain at the story's heart. As the story progresses, it invites viewers to root not just for the thrilling escape but for the building bond between a cosmic outsider and a small-town sheriff. Their alliance embodies the hope that even the fastest and most extraordinary among us need friendship and understanding. This dynamic sets the stage for revelations and twists yet to come, teasing a larger saga where speed is not just a gift or curse but a path toward belonging. This opening act is a whirlwind of adventure, laughter, and heart, a perfect blend of pulse-pounding action and character-driven storytelling. It establishes a vibrant world where the extraordinary touches the ordinary, and where every step, fast or slow, carries the promise of transformation. The journey is just beginning, and with every heartbeat and every flash of blue light, the stakes, and the emotions, grow higher. The air crackled with tension as the chase intensified, the blue blur darting through city streets with the desperation of a creature who knows the walls are closing in. No longer just a playful visitor, the speedster's presence had shifted from curiosity to full-blown crisis. The antagonist's relentless pursuit evolved from a calculated hunt to an obsession, each failed attempt fueling a darker determination. The stakes sharpened into a razor's edge, threatening not only the freedom of the speedster but the very safety of the town, and perhaps the world beyond. Amid this escalating danger, the bond between the speedster and the small-town sheriff deepened into a true partnership. The sheriff, once simply a protector, became a strategist and friend, learning to match wits with a cunning scientist who had weaponized technology in pursuit of his quarry. Their alliance embodied a potent mix of human tenacity and alien agility, a fusion that proved critical as the antagonist unveiled his most dangerous invention yet, a towering mechanical monstrosity designed to trap and contain the speedster's unimaginable power. The battle lines were drawn beneath neon-lit highways and industrial wastelands, where the clash of metal echoed like thunder. The speedster's dazzling velocity met the brute force of engineered machinery, creating a spectacle of sparks, explosions, and heart-stopping near-misses. Every twist and turn of the chase was choreographed with breathtaking precision, the cinematography capturing the raw energy and danger with a visceral immediacy. The camera raced alongside the blue streak, blurring backgrounds into streaks of color, immersing the audience in a sensory whirlwind that mirrored the frantic pace of the conflict. Yet, amid this frenetic dance of action, the narrative deepened its emotional resonance. Moments of vulnerability pierced the chaos, silent exchanges, fleeting glances, and shared laughter that revealed the profound connection growing between two very different souls. The speedster's playful exterior gave way to glimpses of loneliness and fear, while the sheriff's steadfast resolve softened into genuine care. Their friendship became a beacon in the storm, a reminder that even the fastest and most elusive need someone to stand beside them. As the conflict reached its boiling point, a shocking twist shattered the fragile balance. The antagonist's technology, once thought to be under control, spiraled into chaos. The mechanical beast designed to capture the speedster malfunctioned, its power threatening to unleash destruction far beyond its intended scope. The scientist's obsession blinded him to the mounting danger, turning him from a calculated villain into a man desperate to regain control. This loss of command escalated the stakes dramatically, forcing all players into a desperate race not just for victory, but for survival. In this crucible of chaos, the speedster's true nature came into sharp focus. No longer simply a creature running from danger, he embraced his power fully, revealing abilities that transcended speed, a connection to the very energy that fuels the universe. This revelation reframed the conflict, transforming it from a chase into a fight for balance and harmony. His journey from fugitive to hero unfolded with breathtaking clarity, as he harnessed his abilities not for escape but to protect those he had come to call friends. The sheriff, too, stepped into his own as a hero, not through superhuman feats but through courage, quick thinking, and unwavering loyalty. His willingness to risk everything alongside the speedster underscored the film's core message, that true strength arises from connection and sacrifice. Their partnership became a symbol of hope, bridging worlds and proving that differences can be a source of power rather than division. The climax unfolded in a dazzling sequence of spectacle and heart. The malfunctioning machine rampaged through the city, its destructive path threatening to tear apart the very fabric of the town. In a pulse-pounding race against time, the speedster and the sheriff coordinated a daring plan to disable the beast and save their home. Explosions lit the night sky as they maneuvered through perilous terrain, their actions choreographed to a symphony of tension and triumph at the story's emotional peak. The speedster faced a choice that transcended physical danger, a decision that would define his identity and future. Embracing his destiny meant risking everything, but also offered the promise of belonging and purpose. This moment of truth was rendered with poignant intimacy amid the chaos, a quiet heartbeat in the roaring storm. The resolution of this choice brought a cathartic release, both narratively and emotionally, as the speedster found acceptance and peace. The antagonist's arc concluded with a complex blend of defeat and reflection. Stripped of control and confronted with the consequences of his obsession, he was forced to reckon with his own humanity. This nuanced portrayal avoided simple villainy, instead exploring themes of ambition, failure, and redemption. His downfall served as a cautionary tale woven seamlessly into the film's larger tapestry. As calm returned to the town, the film's closing moments embraced hope and renewal. The speedster, once a stranger fleeing peril, became a celebrated protector, embraced by those who once feared him. The sheriff's world, forever changed, held new promise, shaped by friendship and courage. The final scenes shimmered with warmth and possibility, a testament to the power of connection and the enduring spirit of heroism. Throughout this journey, the film balanced exhilarating action with heartfelt storytelling, weaving themes of belonging, identity, and sacrifice into its vibrant narrative. The blend of kinetic spectacle and emotional depth ensured that viewers were not just spectators but participants in a story that raced toward meaning as much as victory. In the end, this is a tale of speed, but more importantly, of heart. It reminds us that no matter how fast we run, it is the ties we forge and the courage we summon that truly define our journey. As the screen fades to black, we carry with us the exhilarating rush of adventure and the quiet strength of friendship, a powerful reminder that even the fastest need a place to call home. At the heart of this vibrant tale pulses a cast of characters as diverse and dynamic as the story itself, each embodying facets of hope, fear, strength, and vulnerability. They are not mere players in a spectacle of speed and spectacle. They are living, breathing souls whose journeys invite us to explore what it means to belong, to fight, and to transform. Their personalities, motivations, and relationships intertwine, creating a rich tapestry of emotion and meaning that grounds the film's frenetic energy in genuine humanity. The Blue Speedster himself is a creature of paradoxes, simultaneously a force of nature and a being longing for connection. His blazing velocity marks him as otherworldly, a cosmic anomaly whose very existence challenges the boundaries of reality. Yet beneath the blur of fur and lightning-fast movement lies a heart bruised by loneliness and exile. His early moments on Earth reveal a mix of mischievousness and vulnerability, a restless spirit seeking friendship but wary of trust. This blend of childlike wonder and hidden pain makes him profoundly relatable, inviting the audience to see beyond his extraordinary abilities to the universal yearning for acceptance. His journey is one of self-discovery and growth. Initially defined by his speed and his need to escape danger, he gradually learns the value of slowing down to build relationships and embrace responsibility. This evolution reflects a broader theme, that power alone does not define identity. It is the choices we make and the connections we forge that shape who we are. His playful antics provide levity and charm, while moments of introspection reveal depth and complexity. This duality endears him to viewers, making his triumphs and struggles feel deeply personal. Opposite him stands the town's sheriff, a figure grounded in steadfastness, kindness, and quiet strength. The sheriff is the story's moral compass, a man whose life is rooted in community and duty. His initial skepticism gives way to empathy and determination as he recognizes the Blue Speedster's plight. Their relationship blossoms into a partnership built on trust and mutual respect, bridging the gap between human and alien. The sheriff's unwavering support provides the hero with a lifeline to normalcy and acceptance, highlighting the transformative power of friendship. The sheriff's character is defined not by extraordinary powers but by courage and compassion. His journey is one of embracing the unknown, stepping beyond routine to protect and nurture. His humor and down-to-earth wisdom balance the film's kinetic energy, offering moments of warmth and relatability. In many ways, he represents the audience's surrogate, an everyman navigating extraordinary circumstances with heart and resolve. His role underscores the theme that heroism takes many forms, often rooted in everyday acts of kindness and bravery. The antagonist, the brilliant but obsessive scientist, adds complexity and tension. He is a man driven by ambition and the desire to control forces beyond his grasp. His intellect and resourcefulness make him formidable, while his relentless pursuit of the speedster reveals a darker side fueled by pride and desperation. Unlike one-dimensional villains, he is portrayed with nuance, his motivations grounded in a tragic flaw rather than sheer malice. This depth invites viewers to ponder the cost of obsession and the fine line between genius and folly. His laboratory, filled with strange devices and humming machinery, mirrors his mind, a labyrinth of brilliance tangled with instability. His interactions with the speedster and the sheriff reveal a man trapped by his own ambitions, struggling to assert control in a world that resists domination. This portrayal adds layers of tension and tragedy, enriching the narrative with moral ambiguity. His arc serves as a cautionary thread, reminding us of the dangers of unchecked desire and the consequences of losing sight of humanity. Supporting characters add texture and warmth, rounding out the world with humor, loyalty, and conflict. The sheriff's partner, a voice of reason and emotional grounding, provides insight and encouragement, reflecting the importance of community in facing extraordinary challenges. The townspeople, initially wary, grow to embrace the speedster, illustrating the transformative power of acceptance and open-mindedness. These interactions lend authenticity and heart, turning the town into a living, breathing character itself. Among these, the Blue Speedster's relationships are particularly poignant. His playful banter and shared moments with the sheriff create a rhythm of trust and companionship that anchors the film. Their bond transcends words, built on shared experience and mutual protection. This connection is a beacon amid chaos, illustrating themes of friendship and belonging that resonate deeply. The film's characters also embody larger themes through their design and mannerisms. The speedster's vibrant blue fur and expressive eyes convey energy and emotion, blending alien otherness with approachable charm. The sheriff's practical attire and steady demeanor emphasize reliability and warmth, while the antagonist's sharp suits and controlled gestures reflect precision and obsession. These visual cues complement the narrative, reinforcing character traits and thematic undercurrents. Emotionally, the characters navigate a spectrum from fear and isolation to courage and connection. Their arcs trace journeys from loneliness to belonging, from conflict to cooperation. This emotional breadth allows the film to balance thrilling action with heartfelt moments, ensuring that the stakes feel both epic and intimate. The audience is invited not just to watch their battles but to feel their hopes and fears. Ultimately, the characters stand as more than archetypes. They are reflections of human experience rendered through a fantastical lens. The speedster's quest for identity and home echoes universal themes of self-discovery. The sheriff's steadfastness reminds us of the power of compassion and courage. The antagonist's downfall serves as a mirror to our own struggles with ambition and control. Together, they create a narrative rich in emotional truth and thematic depth. Through their journeys, we glimpse the film's core message, that connection, empathy, and courage are the true sources of strength. Their stories intertwine to form a vibrant mosaic, one that celebrates the extraordinary in the everyday and finds heart amid the high-speed thrills. In their triumphs and trials, we find a mirror for our own longing to belong, to be understood, and to make a difference. Behind the dazzling blue blur and thunderous chase scenes lies a treasure trove of curious tales and surprising anecdotes, moments from the film's creation that reveal the unexpected, the whimsical, and sometimes downright strange aspects of bringing this high-octane story to life. These behind-the-scenes facts are like secret tracks on a beloved album, enriching the experience and reminding us that the magic of cinema is often woven from human quirks, happy accidents, and bursts of creative daring. One of the most fascinating tidbits harks back to the film's very beginning, the redesign of the titular character himself. Early test footage, leaked before the film's official release, sent waves of shock and bewilderment through fans worldwide. The character's original design featured fur that looked more plastic than plush, eyes that felt unsettlingly human, and proportions that veered too far into realism, losing the essence of the beloved video game icon. This reaction sparked a rare and unprecedented decision, a complete redesign of the character's appearance, with the filmmakers postponing the release to allow more time to craft a version that would satisfy fans' expectations and honor the source material's spirit. This turnaround was costly and complicated, but it underscored the power of fan engagement and the importance of capturing the heart of the character beyond visual effects. This redesign process itself was a fascinating creative journey. The visual effects team collaborated closely with animators, designers, and even psychologists to strike a delicate balance, creating a creature that felt believable as a living being yet retained the charm and iconic traits that made him a cultural phenomenon. The final design blended realistic fur textures with expressive, oversized eyes that conveyed emotion without slipping into uncanny valley territory. This effort transformed the character from a point of contention into a beloved figure, proving that listening and adapting can turn challenges into triumphs. Another unusual occurrence during production was the extensive use of motion capture to bring the speed and agility of the Blue Hero to life. While motion capture is a common tool for fantastical characters, the level of precision required here was extraordinary. The actors had to simulate lightning-fast movements that would later be enhanced digitally, but also imbue their performances with personality and subtlety. To capture the unique gait and demeanor, the team studied not just athletes but animals known for speed and agility, including cheetahs and hummingbirds. This blend of natural inspiration informed the character's animated movement, lending an organic rhythm to an otherwise impossible velocity. The motion capture suits themselves were a source of both innovation and discomfort. The performers wore sleek, form-fitting outfits covered with reflective markers, but because the character's speed necessitated fluid, rapid movements, the suits were designed with custom stretch materials that could withstand extreme motion without losing tracking accuracy. Despite this, actors reported long, grueling sessions marked by muscle fatigue and occasional stumbles. To lighten the mood, the motion capture crew organized playful competitions, speed challenges and mimicry games that brought laughter amid the physical demands. One of the film's strangest production stories involves an unplanned guest star, a wild raccoon that wandered onto a set during an outdoor shoot in a suburban neighborhood. The creature caused a delightful disruption, darting between crew members and eliciting amused reactions. Rather than shooing it away, the director embraced the serendipity, incorporating the raccoon into a brief scene as a playful nod to the unpredictable energy of the natural world intersecting with the film's fantastical elements. This unscripted cameo became a favorite piece of trivia among cast and crew. The science fiction elements of the antagonist's laboratory were another site of creative innovation. The production team designed the lab as a futuristic yet grounded space, blending sleek technology with a palpable sense of obsession. To achieve authenticity, designers drew inspiration from real-world research facilities, combining cutting-edge gadgets with retro-futuristic aesthetics reminiscent of classic sci-fi. Many props were functional, featuring blinking lights, moving parts, and interactive displays operated by technicians on set. This tactile approach helped actors engage more naturally with the environment, enhancing performances. During filming, weather proved a fickle and formidable partner. Several outdoor sequences were planned around specific lighting and atmospheric conditions, but sudden storms and unpredictable shifts required rapid adjustments. On one occasion, a carefully choreographed chase through rainy streets had to be res-hot multiple times due to downpours transforming the scene from cinematic to dangerously slippery. The crew improvised by using water pumps and rain machines to replicate consistent rain, but the unpredictability added an electric energy to the shoot, challenging cast and crew to adapt quickly. These weather-related hurdles became a testament to the resilience and creativity of the production team's sound design, was a realm of fascinating experimentation. The characters' signature sound effects, those rapid bursts, zip lines, and electric hums, were crafted from an unlikely fusion of real-world noises. Engineers sampled sounds from high-speed trains, electrical transformers, and even kitchen appliances, manipulating and layering them to create a unique auditory signature that felt both alien and familiar. The result was a soundscape that captured the essence of speed and energy without relying solely on synthetic tones. This attention to sonic detail contributed significantly to the immersive experience. The musical score also holds unusual stories. The composer, aiming to blend retro nostalgia with modern excitement, incorporated instruments and motifs that evoke both electronic pulse and orchestral grandeur. Recording sessions included rare instruments like the theremin and modular synthesizers, which lent an eerie yet playful quality to the soundtrack. Musicians described moments during recording when the sounds seemed to take on a life of their own, creating an atmosphere that transcended the notes on the page. These sessions became almost ritualistic, mirroring the film's themes of energy and transformation. One of the most charming behind-the-scenes details involves the film's cast interactions. The lead actor portraying the sheriff was known for his improvisational humor, often lightening tense scenes with spontaneous jokes and physical comedy. This spontaneity sometimes caught the director off guard but ultimately enriched the film's tone, blending high-stakes action with relatable warmth. The camaraderie among cast members, especially between the lead actor and voice performers, fostered a playful environment, where rehearsals doubled as workshops for character exploration and creative banter. Practical effects added layers of authenticity and occasional unpredictability. The production team constructed several full-scale sets replicating small-town environments, complete with detailed props and working vehicles. On one set, an elaborate mechanical trap intended for a climactic scene malfunctioned during rehearsals, collapsing in an unexpected fashion. While initially causing concern, the director saw an opportunity and rewrote the sequence to incorporate the mishap, resulting in a moment of surprising tension and realism that resonated with audiences. The film's extensive use of digital effects was balanced by a commitment to physicality. The animators collaborated closely with stunt coordinators to choreograph fight and chase sequences that respected real-world physics while embracing the story's heightened reality. Motion blur, camera shakes, and dynamic lighting were all employed to create a sense of weight and impact, ensuring that the digital creations felt grounded and visceral. This blend of technology and artistry pushed the boundaries of what was possible, delivering thrills that felt both fantastical and believable. A lesser-known fact is the inclusion of subtle Easter eggs scattered throughout the film. Hidden nods to the characters' video game origins, references to iconic rings, green hills, and familiar sound effects, reward attentive fans without disrupting narrative flow. These details speak to the filmmakers' respect for the source material and their desire to engage audiences on multiple levels, creating a layered experience that invites discovery and delight. Even the film's promotional campaign bore traces of its playful spirit. Viral marketing included interactive online games and cryptic social media posts that teased plot points and character traits. These elements built a community around the film, encouraging fans to speculate and connect before the movie's release. This innovative approach extended the storytelling beyond the screen, blurring the line between audience and participant. Finally, the film's legacy includes its influence on subsequent projects blending live action and digital animation. Its successful fusion of practical effects, motion capture, and CGI set a new standard, inspiring filmmakers to explore similar hybrid approaches. This impact underscores the film's place not only as entertainment but as a milestone in cinematic technique and storytelling innovation. In these strange, surprising, and often delightful behind-the-scenes stories, we glimpse the heartbeat of a film that is much more than the sum of its parts. It is a living, breathing creation shaped by passion, ingenuity, and the joyful chaos of collaboration. These hidden tales remind us that the magic of cinema is as much about the people who make it as the stories it tells, an ever-unfolding adventure where every frame holds a secret waiting to be discovered. The film bursts onto the screen with a kinetic energy that is impossible to ignore, a relentless rush of speed and color that grabs the viewer by the collar and pulls them into a world where every moment counts and every heartbeat pounds with urgency. Yet, beneath this dazzling exterior lies a carefully constructed narrative woven with moments of genuine emotional depth and thematic weight. Critical perspectives on these key events reveal how the film balances spectacle with substance, creating a resonant experience that has shaped its reception and enduring appeal. The opening sequence immediately sets the tone for the film's exploration of exile and belonging. The cosmic escape of the blue speedster from his home world is not just a flashy origin story, it is a poignant evocation of loneliness and the desperate search for sanctuary. Critics have noted how this scene, though brief, encapsulates the film's emotional core, the sense of displacement and the yearning for acceptance. The juxtaposition of sweeping visuals with subtle gestures of fear and hope elevates the sequence beyond mere exposition. It establishes the hero as both otherworldly and deeply relatable, inviting audiences to empathize with his plight from the outset. This thematic thread of seeking home reverberates throughout the film, shaping its narrative momentum. The crash landing on Earth, a moment of violent disruption that shatters quietude, marks the beginning of a journey not only across landscapes but through the complexities of identity and trust. The speedster's initial encounters, with confusion, fear, and tentative friendship, are rendered with a sensitivity that grounds the fantastical elements. Critics have praised the film's ability to balance humor with heart, using these early events to build character and emotional investment alongside spectacle. The meeting between the speedster and the town's sheriff is a pivotal event that embodies the film's central theme of unlikely friendship. From a critical standpoint, this relationship serves as the narrative's emotional anchor. The sheriff, embodying grounded human values and small-town decency, provides a counterpoint to the speedster's frenetic energy and cosmic origins. Their evolving bond is portrayed with warmth and authenticity, reflecting broader cultural narratives about acceptance and the power of connection across differences. This dynamic has been highlighted by reviewers as a key factor in the film's broad appeal, creating a human dimension that resonates with audiences of all ages. The escalating pursuit by the obsessive scientist introduces a critical tension that drives the narrative's conflict. His relentless hunt is more than a plot device, it is a manifestation of human hubris and the dangers of unchecked ambition. Critics have analyzed how this antagonist embodies the perils of obsession, his character reflecting contemporary anxieties about technology's capacity for control and destruction. His laboratory scenes, rich with symbolic imagery of confinement and surveillance, deepen this critique. The interplay between his calculated menace and moments of vulnerability adds complexity, avoiding caricature and inviting reflection on the costs of obsession. Key action sequences, particularly the high-speed chases through urban environments, have been lauded for their inventive cinematography and choreography. Critics note how these events transcend mere spectacle by integrating character motivation and narrative stakes. The use of dynamic camera movement, rapid editing, and immersive sound design creates an exhilarating experience that mirrors the hero's own perspective, drawing viewers into the frenetic pulse of the story. These scenes are often cited as exemplars of how action can serve storytelling, building tension and emotion rather than simply providing visual thrills. Underlying these kinetic moments are quieter, more intimate scenes that enrich the film's emotional landscape. The friendship's moments of tenderness, shared meals, playful exchanges, and acts of trust, have been recognized for their role in humanizing a story dominated by speed and spectacle. These intervals provide necessary breathers, allowing audiences to connect emotionally and understand the stakes on a personal level. Critics have praised the film's pacing in balancing these elements, creating a rhythm that keeps viewers engaged without overwhelming theme. A significant turning point arises when the antagonist's machinations escalate, unleashing a dangerous mechanical force beyond his control. This event marks a shift from pursuit to confrontation, raising the stakes dramatically. Critical analysis highlights how this escalation embodies themes of chaos unleashed by human folly. The loss of control and ensuing destruction serve as metaphors for the unpredictable consequences of tampering with forces beyond understanding. The resulting battle sequences are both thrilling and thematically resonant, illustrating the collision between order and chaos. The hero's response to this crisis reveals an evolution from fugitive to protector. Critics have noted how this transformation aligns with classic hero's journey archetypes while being grounded in the film's unique blend of humor and heart. The speedster's embrace of responsibility reflects a maturation that adds narrative depth, reinforcing themes of identity and purpose. His newfound control over his abilities symbolizes the reconciliation of power with compassion, a message that resonates across cultural contexts. The climactic battle, staged amid cityscapes and industrial ruins, serves as a narrative and emotional crescendo. Critics emphasize the choreography's skillful blending of spectacle with character-driven stakes. The interplay of speed, technology, and human ingenuity creates a multi-layered conflict that is both visually stunning and narratively satisfying. This sequence's pacing, use of visual motifs, and integration of sound design exemplify how technical craft supports storytelling, enhancing impact and immersion. Within this climax, moments of sacrifice and courage emerge as emotional high points. The hero's willingness to risk everything for others underscores the film's central message about the power of selflessness. Critics have highlighted these scenes as key to the film's emotional resonance, transforming action sequences into moments of genuine pathos. This emphasis on heart amid chaos has contributed to the film's warm reception, distinguishing it from other genre entries that prioritize spectacle over substance. The antagonist's ultimate defeat is rendered with nuance, avoiding simplistic villainy. Critics have praised the film's exploration of redemption and the consequences of obsession, portraying the antagonist's downfall as both a personal and thematic reckoning. This complexity enriches the narrative, inviting audiences to consider the human costs of ambition and the possibility of change. Such layered characterization enhances the film's moral texture and invites deeper reflection. The resolution, where the speedster finds acceptance and a new home, closes the narrative arc with hope and renewal. Critics view this ending as a reaffirmation of themes around belonging and identity, celebrating the triumph of connection over isolation. The joyful camaraderie and promise of future adventures leave audiences with a sense of fulfillment and optimism. This optimistic closure has been noted as a key factor in the film's appeal to family audiences and its lasting cultural footprint. The film's critical reception reflects appreciation for its ability to blend action, humor, and heart. Reviewers have noted how significant events, from the origin story to the climactic battles, are imbued with emotional and thematic significance that elevates the film beyond simple entertainment. The success in balancing kinetic spectacle with genuine character development has been highlighted as a strength, contributing to positive audience engagement and box office performance. Moreover, the film's thematic resonance has sparked discussions around its portrayal of difference, belonging, and the responsible use of power. Critics have explored how the narrative encourages empathy toward the other, using the speedster's outsider status as a metaphor for broader social issues. This layer of meaning adds depth, making the film relevant beyond its immediate thrills and expanding its cultural impact. In sum, the significant events of the film serve as keystones in a narrative that is both exhilarating and emotionally compelling. They build tension and release, challenge characters and audiences, and weave a story that is as much about heart as it is about speed. The interplay of spectacle and substance has shaped the film's reception, establishing it as a memorable entry in contemporary adventure cinema. Through its vivid moments and resonant themes, the film invites viewers not just to watch but to feel, to race alongside its hero toward a future shaped by friendship, courage, and hope. The journey from script to screen for this exhilarating film was nothing short of a high-speed adventure in its own right, a thrilling mix of innovation, perseverance, and moments of unexpected joy that unfolded behind the camera with the same energy and heart that define the story itself. To truly appreciate the final product, it's essential to delve into the layers of craftsmanship, collaboration, and creativity that shaped every frame, every movement, and every sonic pulse. From the earliest days of pre-production, the filmmakers faced a unique challenge, bringing to life a character beloved for decades as a lightning-fast video game icon, while crafting a story that could resonate with audiences unfamiliar with the source material. This meant balancing nostalgia with fresh storytelling, technical innovation with emotional authenticity. The director and creative team embarked on an exhaustive process of design iterations, script revisions, and technological experimentation, all aimed at capturing the essence of speed and heart. One of the first major hurdles was the character design itself. The initial digital models sparked heated debate, not just within the production team but among the wider fan community once early footage leaked. The original version of the Speedster featured more realistic proportions and textures that, while ambitious, failed to capture the playful spirit that made the character iconic. This backlash prompted a rare and costly redesign, delaying production but ultimately leading to a version that blended lifelike fur textures with exaggerated, expressive eyes and features that rekindled fan excitement. This episode underscored the power of audience engagement in modern filmmaking and the filmmaker's commitment to honoring the character's legacy. The redesign process was an intense collaboration between visual effects artists, animators, and character designers. They studied animal locomotion, human expressions, and even dancers to develop a movement vocabulary that would feel both believable and imbued with personality. The final model became a hybrid of digital artistry and emotive nuance, capable of conveying subtle emotions despite being a non-human character. This painstaking attention to detail contributed significantly to the character's acceptance and appeal. Motion capture technology played a pivotal role in translating these designs into fluid, lifelike performance. The actors wore suits dotted with reflective markers, capturing every nuance of movement and expression. These sessions were demanding, often requiring actors to simulate impossible speeds and quick reflexes while maintaining emotional authenticity. The motion capture crew innovated techniques to capture the rapid motion without losing detail, blending technology with performance art. Actors often spent hours rehearsing to achieve the perfect blend of agility and character. Practical effects and physical sets balanced the digital wizardry, anchoring scenes in tangible reality. The production built full-scale town sets, complete with functioning vehicles, bustling storefronts, and detailed interiors that actors could inhabit fully. These sets became lively environments where spontaneous moments flourished, improvised gestures, background interactions, and subtle visual cues that enriched the film's texture. One charming anecdote involves a scene where a prop inadvertently malfunctioned. A vending machine dispensed snacks at the wrong moment, prompting a burst of laughter and a quick rewrite to include the humorous glitch. Weather posed a constant challenge throughout filming, especially on location in small-town settings. The crew faced unpredictable rain, wind, and shifting light, requiring flexibility and creative problem-solving. On several occasions, rain machines were deployed to maintain continuity, while natural fog and mist were embraced to enhance atmosphere. Cast and crew recount long nights wrapped in blankets between takes, their camaraderie fueled by shared endurance and a shared sense of purpose. These conditions added authenticity, lending scenes a lived-in texture that CGI alone could not replicate. The film's soundscape is a masterpiece of layered creativity. The sound design team gathered an eclectic collection of recordings, from mechanical humming to animal calls, to create the signature audio effects of the Speedster and his environment. This inventive approach produced a sonic identity that is both familiar and otherworldly. Recording sessions involved experimentation with unusual objects and instruments, sometimes leading to unexpected discoveries. For example, the rhythmic tapping of a typewriter inspired one of the Speedster's distinctive movement sounds, blending nostalgia with innovation. Music composer sessions were equally adventurous. The score weaves electronic beats with orchestral flourishes, reflecting the fusion of technology and heart central to the narrative. Musicians recorded in unusual spaces, abandoned warehouses, echoing tunnels, to capture unique acoustics that enriched the soundtrack's depth. These recording environments became creative incubators, where the composer and performers explored textures and moods that complemented the film's emotional arc. Stunt coordination and choreography were feats of precision and creativity. The action sequences required blending human agility with digital effects, choreographing stunts that could be seamlessly enhanced in post-production. Stunt performers worked closely with visual effects teams to synchronize physical movement with digital animation, creating believable and exhilarating sequences. One memorable moment occurred when a planned stunt involving a high-speed vehicle chase had to be reimagined on short notice due to weather conditions, leading to an innovative use of slow motion and camera angles that heightened tension in unexpected ways. The voice cast contributed to the film's vitality with their dynamic performances, often recording together to capture the energy of interaction. The lead voice actor brought improvisational flair, infusing lines with warmth and humor that enriched the character's personality. Behind the scenes, voice actors shared playful competitions and creative brainstorming sessions, fostering an atmosphere of collaboration that energized performances. A particularly endearing behind-the-scenes story involves the inclusion of subtle nods and Easter eggs referencing the character's rich history and fan culture. Designers and animators inserted hidden symbols, iconic objects, and clever visual cues throughout the film. Tiny details that reward attentive viewers and celebrate the franchise's legacy. These elements fostered a sense of community among fans and creators alike, blending storytelling with playful homage. Marketing campaigns extended the film's storytelling into interactive realms. Online experiences, viral videos, and social media challenges invited fans to engage with the narrative world, building excitement and participation. This transmedia approach reflected a modern understanding of audience engagement, turning promotion into a creative extension of the film itself. The production team's dedication to blending cutting-edge technology with human artistry defined the film's visual and emotional texture. The collaboration across departments, from animation and effects to costume and set design, created a coherent world where fantasy and reality coexisted seamlessly. This holistic approach ensured that every frame carried layers of meaning and detail. In the final analysis, the film's creation was a testament to the power of imagination, collaboration, and resilience. The behind-the-scenes stories reveal a process alive with challenges and triumphs, where technology met heart, and every hurdle was met with creativity and determination. These production insights enrich our understanding of the film, reminding us that the magic on screen is born from countless acts of passion and craftsmanship behind the scenes. A world of motion and color unfurls with vibrant energy, where every frame pulses with life and possibility. The film settings are not mere backdrops but active players in the unfolding story. Landscapes that shape character, mood, and meaning. From sleepy small towns to neon-lit cities, from sweeping mountain vistas to the intricate interiors of laboratories and homes, each location is meticulously crafted to enhance the narrative's emotional and thematic core. This cinematic journey is as much about place as it is about speed, weaving environment and story into a seamless whole. The story finds its grounding in a quiet mountain town nestled among whispering pines and rolling hills, a place seemingly untouched by the rapid pace of modern life. This setting offers a poignant contrast to the speedster's kinetic energy, emphasizing themes of belonging and disruption. The town's gentle rhythms and familiar landmarks, a diner with flickering neon, a bustling sheriff's office, quiet residential streets, create a sense of home and community that becomes central to the story's emotional stakes. Cinematography here favors warm, natural light and soft palettes, evoking comfort and nostalgia. The mountain backdrop serves as a symbol of refuge and isolation, underscoring the speedster's quest for safety amid the unknown. Sweeping wide shots capture the expanse of wilderness and sky, inviting viewers to breathe in the calm before the storm of events that follow. The interplay of light and shadow among the trees adds depth and texture, suggesting secrets lurking just beyond sight. This setting establishes a visual language of serenity and mystery, reflecting the story's balance between innocence and adventure. As the narrative progresses, the setting expands into urban landscapes teeming with energy and complexity. The bustling cityscapes, crisscrossed by highways, illuminated by streetlights and billboards, become arenas of chaos and confrontation. Here, the cinematography shifts to sharper contrasts and cooler tones, capturing the harsh glare of artificial light and the frenetic pace of modern life. The city's architecture, a mix of sleek glass towers and aging industrial structures, mirrors the film's thematic tensions between progress and tradition, technology and humanity. Camera work in urban scenes is dynamic and immersive. Sweeping aerial shots soar above traffic jams and neon glows, while handheld cameras plunge into street-level action, weaving through crowds and narrow alleys. These visual choices create a visceral sense of speed and danger, drawing viewers into the heart of the chase. Motion blur, rapid cuts, and shifting perspectives enhance the feeling of disorientation and exhilaration, echoing the protagonist's own whirlwind experience. The antagonist's lair, a high-tech laboratory filled with blinking consoles, humming machinery, and glowing screens, contrasts starkly with both the town and city. Its cold, clinical aesthetic underscores themes of control and obsession. The design of this space combines futuristic elements with subtle nods to retro science fiction, creating an environment that feels both alien and oddly familiar. Cinematographers use harsh, directional lighting to cast long shadows, evoking a sense of unease and hidden menace. The sterile surfaces reflect cold ambition, setting the stage for conflict and moral ambiguity. Interiors of personal spaces, homes, diners, and workshops, offer moments of intimacy amid the spectacle. These settings are crafted with attention to detail that conveys character and warmth. Soft lighting, cluttered countertops, and personal mementos create environments where relationships grow and vulnerabilities surface. Cinematic techniques here include gentle tracking shots and close-ups that invite viewers into private moments, contrasting with the expansive and frenetic external world. Color palettes throughout the film are carefully calibrated to support emotional beats. The mountain town favors earthy greens, warm browns, and soft blues, evoking comfort and grounding. Urban scenes incorporate cooler blues, steely grays, and neon accents, reflecting tension and alienation. Moments of transformation or revelation are punctuated by bursts of vibrant colors, electric blues, fiery reds, that symbolize energy, change, and hope. These shifts guide viewers' emotional responses subtly but powerfully. Lighting is employed not only to illuminate but to narrate. Dawn and dusk scenes use natural light to evoke beginnings and endings, transitions that mirror character arcs. Night scenes in the city play with shadows and artificial light to create a noir-like atmosphere of mystery and suspense. The use of lens flares, reflections, and diffused glows adds layers of texture and mood, enhancing the visual storytelling. Scenes of high-speed motion often blur light sources into streaks and halos, creating an almost dreamlike quality that captures the thrill and surrealism of speed. The film's use of visual effects integrates seamlessly with practical elements to create immersive environments. Digital landscapes extend real locations, adding fantastical elements without breaking immersion. The speedster's movements are enhanced with subtle afterimages, motion trails, and particle effects that visualize velocity and energy. These effects are designed to complement rather than overshadow, maintaining a balance that preserves emotional connection. Sound design complements the visual setting with a rich, layered soundscape. Ambient noises, from rustling leaves in the mountains to the hum of city traffic, anchor scenes in reality. The signature sounds of speed, whirs, zips, and pulses are crafted to evoke excitement and wonder. The interplay of natural and synthetic sounds reflects the film's thematic blending of organic and technological worlds. Camera framing often uses environment to reflect character states. Characters are framed against vast skies to suggest freedom or isolation, or enclosed within tight spaces to convey tension and vulnerability. The use of depth of field isolates protagonists in moments of introspection, while wide focus scenes emphasize community and connection. These choices deepen narrative layers, allowing setting to mirror inner journeys. Action sequences showcase inventive uses of space. Urban chase scenes weave through highways, alleys, and rooftops, utilizing verticality and depth to heighten stakes. The cinematography captures rapid shifts in scale, from close quarters to sweeping vistas, creating a rhythmic visual pulse. Slow-motion moments highlight emotional beats amid chaos, allowing audiences to absorb both spectacle and story. The film's final sequences blend multiple settings, transitioning from chaotic cityscapes to quiet sanctuaries, symbolizing transformation and resolution. Lighting shifts from harsh artificial glare to warm, natural hues, visually narrating a journey from conflict to peace. These transitions underscore themes of reconciliation and hope, providing a satisfying emotional closure. Costume and production design further enrich the setting's storytelling. The protagonist's attire blends casual, relatable clothing with subtle futuristic details, reflecting his outsider status and adaptability. The antagonist's wardrobe is sharp and calculated, mirroring his cold ambition. Supporting characters' costumes reflect their personalities and roles within the community, grounding the fantastical elements in recognizable humanity. The integration of practical sets, location shooting, and digital enhancement creates a tactile world that feels lived in and authentic. Production designers sourced real materials, textures, and props to build immersive environments. This attention to detail allows audiences to inhabit the world fully, enhancing suspension of disbelief and emotional engagement. In essence, the film's settings and cinematic elements form a rich, interconnected web that shapes the narrative's mood and meaning. Each location carries symbolic weight, supporting themes of belonging, identity, and transformation. Cinematography and lighting craft a visual language that guides viewers' emotional journey, while sound and production design weave texture and atmosphere. Through this intricate dance of place and picture, the film invites us not only to witness an extraordinary adventure but to feel its rhythms deeply, to experience the thrill of speed, the warmth of friendship, and the hope of finding home. It is a world where every shadow, every light, every color speaks, turning setting into story and image into emotion, creating a cinematic tapestry as vivid and alive as the characters who inhabit it. Behind the dazzling rush of blue fur and the explosive chase sequences lies a world just as vibrant and full of life, the world behind the scenes. The making of this film was a whirlwind of creativity, camaraderie, and unexpected moments that shaped not only the final product but the memories of everyone involved. It was a dance of coordination and spontaneity, of serious artistry and playful mischief, where cast and crew alike found themselves racing against time and technology, but also savoring the joy of collaboration. One of the earliest stories that became legend among the crew involved the transformation of the Speedster's design. The initial test footage, which debuted prematurely to the public, unleashed an unexpected wave of feedback. The character's appearance sparked lively debates not only online but on set, where the filmmakers grappled with how to honor the beloved icon while pushing creative boundaries. This sparked a remarkable and rare decision, to pause production and completely overhaul the design. The revision process was an intense period marked by late-night brainstorming sessions, impassioned discussions, and iterative sculpting by the digital artists. The commitment to get it right, even at the cost of delay and expense, created a shared sense of purpose that bonded the team. This episode remains a testament to the power of listening and adapting, and the belief that the heart of a character must shine through every pixel. The town itself stands as a symbol of home and community, a space both protective and challenging. Its familiar streets and faces offer comfort, yet the arrival of the Speedster tests its boundaries, reflecting the tension between the known and the unknown, tradition and change. Cinematically, warm lighting and soft colors evoke the town's embrace, while moments of shadow and disruption hint at the fragility of belonging. The sheriff's role within this community further embodies these themes, representing steadfastness and openness, qualities necessary for bridging divides. Identity is another core theme, intricately connected to the protagonist's journey. The film explores identity not as a fixed state but as an evolving process shaped by experience, relationships, and choices. The Speedster's abilities make him extraordinary, yet they also isolate him. His struggle to reconcile his powers with his desire for normalcy and friendship captures the universal tension between difference and acceptance. Symbolism here is rich. The character's vibrant blue fur and expressive eyes convey both otherness and vulnerability, visual metaphors for the complex layers of identity. The motif of speed itself functions symbolically on multiple levels. It represents freedom and escape, the ability to outrun danger and fear. But speed also symbolizes impatience and the desire to move beyond pain without fully confronting it. Throughout the film, the protagonist's mastery of speed evolves from a means of fleeing to a tool for protection and connection. This transformation mirrors a deeper theme, that true strength lies not in avoidance but in facing challenges and embracing growth. The use of visual effects to create trails of light and afterimages underscores this motif, turning speed into a visual language of change and energy. Transformation permeates the narrative, extending beyond the physical into emotional and relational realms. The Speedster's journey is one of self-discovery and becoming, learning to harness his gifts, to trust others, and to define himself on his own terms. This theme is symbolized through moments of literal transformation, his bursts of speed, his changing expressions, and his evolving relationship with his environment. The motif of the staff, a recurring symbol from the source material adapted into the film's mythology, represents this potential for change and the power of unity. Friendship and trust emerge as vital thematic pillars. The bond between the Speedster and the sheriff transcends species and circumstance, highlighting the human capacity for empathy and acceptance. Their relationship is portrayed as a dance of give and take, a negotiation of fears and hopes that mirrors real-world connections. The sheriff's steady presence provides grounding and safety, symbolizing the importance of community and support. This dynamic challenges stereotypes of heroism as solitary and instead celebrates collaboration and vulnerability. The antagonist's character adds thematic complexity by embodying obsession and control. His pursuit of the Speedster symbolizes the human desire to dominate and harness the unknown, reflecting anxieties about technology, power, and the consequences of unchecked ambition. His laboratory, filled with cold machinery and blinking screens, stands as a metaphor for the dehumanizing potential of obsession. The conflict between protagonist and antagonist thus becomes a broader commentary on balance, between freedom and control, empathy and exploitation. Symbolism is also woven through the film's visual and auditory elements. The recurring image of rings, iconic within the franchise, serves as a motif for connection and continuity. Rings symbolize the links between characters, the cycles of challenge and growth, and the bonds that hold disparate worlds together. Their presence in scenes acts as a subtle reminder that the journey is part of a larger whole, inviting viewers to consider the interplay between individual action and collective destiny. Water imagery appears throughout the film as a symbol of cleansing, renewal, and fluidity. Scenes featuring rain, lakes, or mist often coincide with moments of revelation or emotional release, visually underscoring the themes of transformation and hope. The reflective qualities of water serve as metaphors for introspection, suggesting the characters need to look within and reconcile past wounds. Light and darkness play a powerful symbolic role in shaping mood and theme. The interplay between warm, inviting light and cold, threatening shadows mirrors the characters' internal struggles and the narrative's moral tensions. Moments of illumination often accompany breakthroughs, whether emotional, relational, or heroic, signaling clarity and growth. In contrast, scenes dominated by darkness underscore fear, uncertainty, or isolation. This visual dichotomy enriches the storytelling, offering a silent language that communicates beyond dialogue. The film's soundtrack and sound design complement these themes through a carefully curated blend of electronic pulses, orchestral swells, and natural sounds. Music motifs associated with the protagonist's speed evoke both exhilaration and vulnerability, capturing the dual nature of his journey. The soundscape's oscillation between energetic beats and quieter, reflective passages mirrors the narrative's rhythm, guiding emotional responses and deepening immersion. Character arcs embody and amplify these thematic currents. The speedster's evolution from lonely fugitive to embraced hero reflects themes of growth, resilience, and acceptance. The sheriff's steadfastness and openness embody community and empathy, grounding the story's emotional center. The antagonist's descent into obsession and loss underscores cautionary themes about power and hubris together. These elements create a narrative tapestry that transcends its genre trappings. The film invites viewers to engage not only with dazzling action but with universal questions. How do we find where we belong? What does it mean to be ourselves in a world that often misunderstands? How do connection and courage transform us? The themes and symbolism resonate deeply because they speak to the human experience beneath the spectacle. In its final resonance, the film becomes a celebration of speed and spirit, of finding home in unlikely places and strength in friendship. Through its rich layers of meaning, it reminds us that every journey, no matter how fast or fantastic, is ultimately about heart. The themes and symbols woven throughout invite reflection and connection, transforming a story of motion into a story of meaning, speed into soul. The filmmaking journey behind this kinetic and heartwarming story is itself a masterclass in blending cutting-edge technology with classic cinematic craftsmanship, all designed to immerse audiences in a world where speed is not just a physical force but a visceral experience. The techniques employed throughout the production transformed what could have been a straightforward adaptation into a vibrant spectacle bursting with emotional resonance, capturing the essence of the beloved character while forging a fresh identity on the big screen. From the very outset, the filmmakers understood that conveying the speedster's legendary velocity would require innovation and precision. The actors, too, found themselves navigating a unique landscape where physical performance met digital innovation. The motion capture process was a demanding yet fascinating experience. Performers donned sleek suits peppered with reflective markers, moving through choreographed sequences designed to simulate the incredible speed and agility of their characters. The suits, while technologically advanced, were far from comfortable. Actors recounted long hours of intense physical exertion, often in cramped or chilly studios, their movements constrained yet required to express emotion and personality. To ease the strain, the motion capture crew organized playful competitions and exercises, turning rehearsals into opportunities for laughter and bonding. These moments of levity helped maintain morale and infused performances with genuine energy. One particularly humorous behind-the-scenes tale involves a scene set in a suburban neighborhood. During a break, a wild raccoon wandered onto the set, delighting and surprising the crew. Rather than shooing it away, the director embraced the unexpected visitor, incorporating its antics into a brief moment of unscripted charm. This spontaneous cameo became a symbol of the production's openness to happy accidents and the unpredictable magic of filmmaking. Weather was an ever-present challenge, especially for outdoor shoots in small-town locations. The unpredictable rain and wind often threatened to derail carefully planned sequences. On several occasions, the crew had to adjust schedules on the fly, moving scenes indoors or recalibrating lighting to match shifting conditions. One memorable instance involved a high-speed chase planned for a clear evening that was suddenly beset by heavy rain. Rather than cancel, the director saw an opportunity to heighten drama, embracing the storm's chaos. The resulting scene, soaked and slick, added authenticity and tension that no artificial effect could replicate. Cast members recall the physical toll, wet costumes, slippery streets, but also the exhilaration of capturing raw, natural energy. Practical effects played a vital role in grounding the film's fantastic elements. Full-scale sets were meticulously constructed, from the sheriff's office to bustling diners and quiet homes. These environments became playgrounds where actors could interact physically, enhancing authenticity. One amusing incident occurred when a prop vending machine malfunctioned during a take, unexpectedly dispensing snacks and startling the cast. Instead of reshooting, the director incorporated the glitch into the scene, creating a moment of spontaneous humor that delighted audiences. The voice recording sessions were lively affairs filled with creative energy. The lead actor brought a playful spirit, often improvising lines and exploring character nuances in the booth. This approach inspired fellow voice artists and sound engineers, who contributed ideas and jokes that enlivened performances. The camaraderie extended beyond work, with cast members sharing stories, songs, and jokes, forming bonds that transcended the studio walls. Stunt coordination was a blend of precision and adaptability. Choreographing high-speed pursuits and physical comedy required exact timing and trust among performers and crew. Safety protocols were strict, yet accidents and near misses tested nerves. In one memorable case, a stunt involving a fast-moving vehicle narrowly avoided disaster when the timing of an explosion was milliseconds off. Quick thinking by coordinators and performers turned potential catastrophe into a thrilling shot that made the final cut. These moments underscored the dedication and professionalism that drove the production. Collaboration between departments was a hallmark of the filmmaking process. Visual effects artists worked closely with cinematographers to ensure that digital enhancements blended seamlessly with physical footage. Costume designers collaborated with animators to create attire that supported character movement and expression. These interdisciplinary efforts fostered a creative environment where ideas flowed freely, and challenges were met with inventive solutions. The music scoring process was equally dynamic. The composer sought to blend electronic rhythms with orchestral elements, recording in diverse locations to capture unique acoustics. Musicians described moments when sounds seemed to resonate beyond the instruments, creating an almost otherworldly atmosphere. These sessions became creative havens, where the emotional pulse of the film was woven into melodies and beats. The marketing campaign extended the film's playful spirit beyond the screen. Interactive online games, cryptic social media teasers, and community challenges invited fans to engage actively with the story world. This approach fostered a vibrant fan culture that celebrated both the film and its characters, creating a shared space of excitement and discovery. Through every challenge and triumph, the production remained infused with a sense of fun and camaraderie. Long shoots became opportunities for shared laughter and creative play. Cast and crew supported one another through physical and emotional demands, forming a community bound by a common passion. These human moments, the jokes, the surprises, the collective perseverance, became the true heartbeat of the film's creation. In reflecting on these behind-the-scenes insights, one sees a tapestry of dedication, innovation, and joy. The film's magic is not just in its dazzling visuals or thrilling story, but in the people who brought it to life. Their stories remind us that cinema is a collaborative art form, where every laugh, every challenge, and every spark of creativity contributes to a shared dream realized on screen. It is a journey of speed and heart, not just for the characters we watch but for the makers who race to make it real. In the whirlwind of flashing blue speed and heart-pounding action lies a story rich with themes and symbolism that reach far beyond its surface thrills. This film is, at its core, a meditation on belonging, identity, and transformation, a narrative woven with threads that explore the human need for connection amidst chaos, the search for self in a world that often feels alien, and the courage to embrace change despite uncertainty. Each frame, each gesture, is imbued with meaning, inviting viewers not only to marvel at speed but to reflect on the deeper currents that propel the journey. The theme of belonging pulses at the film's heart, unfolding from the very first scenes. The blue hero arrives on Earth as an outsider, an enigmatic being with abilities that set him apart and a past marked by exile and loss. His arrival disrupts the quiet rhythms of a small town, a microcosm of community and familiarity. Yet, despite his dazzling powers, his greatest desire is simple and profoundly human: to find a place where he is accepted, understood, and loved. This yearning resonates universally, echoing the timeless struggle to find connection in a world that can often feel isolating. The film's narrative arc traces his movement from alienation toward acceptance, using the setting and relationships to symbolize this journey. Cinematography played a foundational role in creating the sensation of speed, not just showing it, but making viewers feel it coursing through every frame. To achieve this, the production employed a combination of high-speed cameras, drone footage, and computer-generated imagery seamlessly interwoven with practical shots. The use of ultra-high frame rates allowed for slow-motion sequences that highlighted the characters' agility and power, creating moments where time seemed to dilate, letting the audience savor the details of each electrifying movement. The camera work was equally dynamic in its variety. Sweeping aerial shots captured the vastness of landscapes, whether the tranquil mountain town or the bustling urban sprawl, establishing scale and setting the stage for the thrilling chases to come. Handheld cameras brought immediacy and grit to street-level action, weaving through crowds and obstacles to place viewers in the heart of the chaos. This combination of stable grandeur and kinetic energy created a rhythm that mirrored the narrative's emotional pulses, shifting effortlessly from awe to intimacy. Visual effects were a cornerstone of the film's visual language, pushing the boundaries of what digital artistry could achieve. The character's fur, long considered a challenge in CGI, was rendered with painstaking detail. Advanced simulation software replicated the way fur moves and catches light, making the speedster a tangible living presence rather than a cold digital construct. This tactile realism was crucial in enabling audiences to connect emotionally with a character who, after all, is not human. The animators focused not only on movement but on subtle expressions, the flicker of an eye, the curl of a lip, that conveyed personality and depth. The integration of practical effects enhanced this authenticity. Life-sized sets, working vehicles, and physical props allowed actors to engage naturally with their environment, grounding fantastical elements in reality. For instance, the sheriff's office, meticulously designed with period-appropriate details and lived-in textures, became a stage for genuine performances. This tactile environment lent weight and texture to scenes that could otherwise feel abstract, anchoring visual effects within believable spaces. Editing was a delicate art, balancing the need for clarity with the desire to maintain a breathless pace. The editors crafted sequences that built tension through precise timing and pacing, alternating rapid cuts with lingering shots that allowed emotional beats to land. The chase scenes, in particular, required choreography not only of physical movement but of visual rhythm. Cuts followed the ebb and flow of action, creating a pulse that invited viewers to hold their breath and then exhale in exhilaration. The interplay of quick cuts and slow motion created a dance of time and motion that defined the film's energetic style. Sound design and the musical score played an equally vital role in shaping atmosphere and emotion. The soundscape was built from layers of mechanical whirs, electric hums, and natural ambient sounds, blending synthetic and organic elements to reflect the fusion of technology and heart at the story's core. The signature sounds associated with the speedster, bursts of air, zipping winds, and rapid footsteps, were carefully crafted to be both exciting and emotionally expressive. These auditory cues became extensions of the character's presence, signaling mood and movement beyond visuals. The musical score, composed to weave electronic energy with orchestral warmth, provided an emotional backbone. Pulsing rhythms underscored moments of tension and chase, while sweeping melodies elevated scenes of revelation and connection. The composer incorporated unconventional instruments and sounds, creating a sonic texture that was simultaneously modern and timeless. This nuanced approach ensured that the music complemented rather than overshadowed the narrative, guiding viewers through the film's highs and lows with subtlety and power. Lighting techniques further enhanced the film's mood and tone. Natural light was embraced in scenes set in the town, capturing the warmth of sunrises and the softness of twilight, evoking feelings of comfort and belonging. In contrast, scenes involving the antagonist's laboratory and urban chases used stark, artificial lighting, neon glows, harsh shadows, and flickering monitors, to create a sense of alienation and menace. This deliberate contrast visually reinforced thematic tensions between community and isolation, warmth and coldness. The production's use of color grading supported these choices, with palettes carefully selected to evoke emotional responses. Earthy, warm tones characterized the protagonist's environment, emphasizing familiarity and hope. Cool, desaturated hues dominated moments of danger and conflict, heightening tension. Vibrant bursts of color, electric blues, fiery reds, punctuated scenes of transformation and climax, visually symbolizing change and energy. Technological innovation extended to camera rigs and drone usage, allowing complex, fluid shots that would have been impossible with traditional equipment. Custom-built rigs enabled cameras to follow the speedster's rapid movements through tight spaces, while drones captured sweeping sequences that emphasized scale and freedom. These innovations contributed to a seamless visual experience that felt both expansive and intimate. On the production front, the film faced challenges inherent in balancing digital and practical elements. Coordinating between effects teams, stunt coordinators, and actors required meticulous planning and communication. Visual effects supervisors worked closely with on-set directors to ensure that green screen and motion capture elements aligned perfectly with live-action footage. This collaboration was critical in maintaining immersion and emotional authenticity. Box office performance reflected the film's ability to connect with a wide audience. Opening weekend saw strong ticket sales across domestic and international markets, driven by a combination of franchise recognition, positive word of mouth, and effective marketing. The film's appeal to families and fans of the original games contributed to its commercial success. Analysts noted that the blend of high-quality visual effects, engaging storytelling, and nostalgic elements helped it stand out in a crowded marketplace. Critically, the film garnered praise for its technical achievements and heartwarming narrative. Reviewers highlighted how the filmmaking techniques served the story, creating an immersive experience that balanced spectacle with emotional depth. The successful redesign of the main character was frequently cited as a turning point that enhanced audience connection and overall reception. In summary, the filmmaking techniques employed shaped not just the look but the soul of the film. Through innovative cinematography, meticulous visual effects, dynamic editing, and evocative sound design, the filmmakers crafted a world where speed becomes an emotional journey. These techniques invited audiences not merely to watch but to feel, to be swept up in a story that races forward with heart and exhilaration. The film stands as a testament to the power of cinema to blend art and technology, creating experiences that resonate long after the final frame fades. Fan communities formed quickly, fueled by online forums, fan art, and social media engagement. These groups celebrated not just the film but its themes of friendship and courage, interpreting characters and events through diverse perspectives. The filmmakers engaged with these communities, sharing behind-the-scenes content and participating in discussions that enriched the dialogue around the film's impact. In summation, the cast's vibrant performances, shaped through thoughtful preparation and collaborative spirit, brought depth and charm to the film's narrative. Their interviews reveal a commitment to authenticity and connection that shines through the screen. Audience reviews and fan engagement reflect the film's broad appeal and emotional resonance, highlighting its success in blending action, humor, and heart. This interplay between creators and viewers completes the cinematic experience, turning a story of speed and adventure into a shared celebration of identity, belonging, and the joy of storytelling. The journey we've taken together through this whirlwind of blue lightning and heart has been nothing short of extraordinary. From the very first moment we stepped into the world where speed is both gift and burden, we've explored the layers beneath the dazzling surface, the themes of belonging and identity, the pulses of friendship and courage that give this story its soul. We've unraveled the intricacies of the filmmaking craft, seen how technology and artistry melded to create a living, breathing character who races not just across landscapes but through the emotional depths of loss and hope. We've heard from the voices behind the characters, felt the vibrant camaraderie on set, and listened to the echoes of audience hearts beating in sync with the cinematic rhythm. Remember how it all began, with a lone figure streaking through the cosmos, a fugitive seeking sanctuary in a world unfamiliar yet filled with promise? That opening sequence was more than a thrilling introduction, it was a powerful symbol of isolation and the universal quest to find a place called home. The tranquil mountain town where our hero lands became a stage not just for chase and conflict, but for connection and growth. Its warm hues and familiar streets formed a comforting embrace around a character who, despite his extraordinary gifts, longs for acceptance. The dynamic between the speedster and the steadfast sheriff was the beating heart of the narrative, a friendship that grew from chance and necessity into something unbreakable. Through their shared laughter, challenges, and quiet moments, we saw the film's core message unfold, that no matter how fast you run, it is the bonds you forge that define your journey. Their relationship grounded the story's high-octane thrills in genuine emotion, reminding us that heroism is as much about compassion and trust as it is about power. Our exploration of the antagonist revealed a cautionary tale woven with ambition and obsession. His relentless pursuit was not just a source of conflict, but a mirror reflecting the dangers of unchecked desire for control. The tension between him and the heroes underscored the film's thematic richness, inviting reflection on the balance between freedom and domination. His downfall, layered with tragedy and complexity, added depth to what could have been a simple villain's role. Delving into the filmmaking techniques, we uncovered the remarkable blend of technology and traditional craft that brought this story to life. From the painstaking redesign of the speedster himself to the innovative motion capture that captured not just movement but personality, the creative team pushed boundaries. The cinematography's fluid dance between sweeping vistas and intimate close-ups, the evocative lighting that painted mood and meaning, and the meticulous sound design all combined to immerse us fully in a world where every frame vibrates with energy and heart. Behind the scenes, the production stories revealed a tapestry of perseverance, creativity, and joyful spontaneity. Whether it was the unexpected raccoon cameo, the camaraderie among cast and crew, or the challenges of weather and stunts, these moments highlighted the human spirit fueling the film's magic. The actors' commitment and playful energy brought authenticity to their roles, while the vibrant fan community and critical acclaim showcased the film's broad and enduring impact. Through our journey, the themes of transformation and self-discovery stood out as luminous threads weaving the narrative tapestry. The speedster's evolution from a fleeing outsider to a confident protector mirrors our own struggles to define ourselves in a complex world. His journey invites us to consider how we all navigate identity, belonging, and the courage to embrace change. The film's symbolism, the rings that connect, the interplay of light and shadow, the fluidity of water, enrich this reflection, turning spectacle into a meditation on the human condition. As we bring this exploration to a close, it's clear that the film is much more than a dazzling chase. It is a celebration of heart amid chaos, a testament to the power of friendship, and a vibrant invitation to find our place, even when the world feels too fast and vast. Its artistry lies in balancing thrill with tenderness, action with emotion, speed with stillness. It reminds us that behind every flash of brilliance is a story yearning to be told, a soul-seeking connection, and a journey that is as much inward as it is outward. If this dive into the world of speed, heart, and cinematic wonder has sparked your curiosity and passion, I invite you to stay with me. There are countless stories waiting to be uncovered, layers waiting to be peeled back, and whispers beneath the surface ready to be heard. Hit that subscribe button, join our community of movie lovers, and let's continue exploring the films that shape how we see ourselves and the world. Together, we'll journey through genres, uncover hidden meanings, and celebrate the magic that only cinema can create. Thank you for being part of this adventure. Until the next story unfolds, keep your eyes open, your heart ready, and your mind eager for the next cinematic journey. The tapestry of any film is woven not only from the threads of its story and visuals but also from the vibrant personalities who breathe life into its characters, the cast whose performances transform written words into living, breathing emotions. Behind the scenes, interviews reveal the hopes, challenges, and creative energies that shape their portrayals, while the audience's reception adds another layer, a conversation between art and viewer that completes the cinematic experience. Together, these elements tell a story as rich and compelling as the film itself. The cast assembled for this project brought an unexpected warmth and authenticity that helped anchor the film's blend of fantastical adventure and heartfelt emotion. The lead actor, stepping into the role of the steadfast small-town sheriff, approached the character with a grounded humanity that resonated deeply. In interviews, he spoke candidly about the challenge of balancing the film's high-octane energy with the subtlety required to convey empathy and humor. He described the sheriff not just as a lawman, but as a protector and friend, someone whose strength lies in compassion rather than physical power. His preparation involved studying small-town dynamics and building rapport with cast and crew to foster a sense of genuine connection that translated on screen. Voicing the iconic blue speedster was a role that demanded both playful energy and emotional depth. The voice actor brought a buoyant enthusiasm to the part, capturing the character's mischievous spirit while also conveying moments of vulnerability. In conversations, he revealed the joy of inhabiting such a beloved figure and the responsibility that came with it. He worked closely with the animation team, experimenting with tone and cadence to ensure the voice matched the character's lively expressions and rapid movements. His improvisations during recording sessions often sparked laughter among the creative team, adding layers of spontaneity that enriched the character's personality. The antagonist, portrayed by an actor known for his intensity and nuanced performances, brought a complex edge to the villainous scientist. Interviews reveal a deep dive into the psyche of a man driven by obsession and ambition, torn between genius and desperation. The actor discussed how he sought to humanize the character, exploring his vulnerabilities and motivations beyond mere villainy. His portrayal added depth to the narrative conflict, transforming the antagonist into a cautionary figure whose downfall evokes both fear and sympathy. On set, his dedication and intensity energized scenes, pushing fellow actors to match his commitment. Supporting cast members also contributed significantly to the film's emotional palette. The sheriff's partner, portrayed with warmth and quiet strength, offered a grounding presence that enriched relational dynamics. Interviews with this actor highlight the importance of portraying realistic, supportive relationships that resonate with audiences. Behind the scenes, the cast forged strong bonds, their interactions marked by camaraderie and mutual respect that enhanced performances. Group interviews reveal stories of shared laughter, impromptu rehearsals, and moments of vulnerability that deepen their collective investment. Director and creative leads frequently emphasized collaboration in interviews. They spoke of fostering an environment where actors could explore and improvise, blending scripted precision with spontaneous creativity. This openness allowed performances to evolve organically, creating nuanced character portrayals that balanced humor, heart, and heroism. The director's vision was clear: to make characters relatable even amid extraordinary circumstances, and to invite audiences to see themselves reflected in their journeys. Audience reactions provide a vivid mirror to these creative efforts. Early screenings were met with enthusiastic applause and lively discussions, as viewers responded to the film's blend of action and warmth. Families, longtime fans, and newcomers alike found reasons to connect, praising the balance of thrilling sequences with moments of genuine emotion. Social media buzz often highlighted the chemistry between the lead characters, the charm of the speedster's personality, and the engaging humor sprinkled throughout the narrative. Critics and fans alike noted the film's success in translating a beloved video game icon into a multidimensional character. Discussions celebrated the voice actor's performance and the redesigned visual appearance, crediting these elements for making the speedster feel both fresh and faithful to his roots. Audience reviews frequently mentioned the film's ability to appeal across generations, combining nostalgia for older fans with accessible storytelling for younger viewers. The antagonist's portrayal sparked debate and analysis, with viewers appreciating the complexity brought to the role. His motivations and vulnerabilities added moral ambiguity, encouraging reflection on themes of power and obsession. Fans engaged in discussions about the character's arc, appreciating that the villain was more than a mere obstacle but a layered figure whose downfall carried thematic weight. Behind the enthusiasm, some audience members offered critiques, particularly regarding pacing or plot elements. These discussions, often expressed thoughtfully, contributed to a broader dialogue about balancing spectacle with storytelling. The filmmakers responded to feedback with openness, acknowledging the challenges of adapting beloved material and striving for inclusivity in storytelling. This dialogue between creators and viewers exemplifies the evolving nature of modern filmmaking. Cast interviews revealed that audience reactions deeply affected their connection to the project. Many expressed gratitude for the warm reception and noted how fan enthusiasm fueled their performances and commitment. The actors shared stories of meeting fans at events, hearing personal accounts of how the film impacted viewers, and witnessing the joy of introducing the character to new generations. These moments underscored the film's cultural significance and the power of storytelling to build community. The collaborative spirit extended beyond the cast to include writers, animators, and technical teams. Interviews with animators highlight the challenge of syncing voice performances with digital expressions, creating a seamless marriage of sound and image. Writers discussed balancing plot pacing with character development, aiming to create a narrative that was as emotionally compelling as it was visually thrilling. The production's multidisciplinary collaboration underscored the film's complexity and the shared vision that drove its success.